Hello, Abraham.
Yeah.
I was going to put my hand down until you said don't hold back. Thank you. I want to share an experience and gain a better understanding. During sleep, several occasions, to put words to it is almost like an electrical charge, a vibration going through my body. It wakes me up.
Because there's resistance in it. It's all right. In other words, you're summoning energy that you're not quite up to speed with, so you're electrocuting yourself.
Well, it's funny you say that because I thought I was croaking the first time it happened.
Yeah.
But then there was a time that there was this feeling that came over me that said, let go with this, and enjoy.
That we want to talk about the croaking thing, because when you're in the vicinity of that fast-moving energy, high-frequency, fast-moving energy, and you couldn't get there that wouldn't happen to you if you were not in the vicinity of it. So the reason that you translated it into maybe I'm croaking is because it is that non-physical energy. But that door swings both ways. You can go with it that way, or you can let go and allow it to flow with you this way. Feel that, because that's what you just said to us.
Okay. Perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's happened a couple times since, but never to the degree of the first time. So
it never will be the same, because the first time it happened, resistance got lessened. So it'll never be to that degree again. In other words, that's an example of strong wanting and some resistance, but the wanting prevailed and the resistance subsided. That's an interesting thing about strong desire. When you tap into who you really are and what you've meant to do and who you really are and all that momentum, it's going to win. Some people have to croak to experience the win. So the next words that you felt were just let go. Just relax. Just let it be. Just let myself be. Let myself here be a vibrational match to the vibration that is my source. Really good.
When I got up this morning, it was 5 o'clock, and I sat there for a while, just quietly. My form of meditation isn't the normal kind, and I was sitting there quietly, and let go, enjoy. Those words just kept coming to me, and it's like, that's probably what I should be doing all the time.
Yeah, it is the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
It's a path of least resistance, but most of you have too much responsibility to just let go and enjoy or experience joy. You've got all those confused, flawed premises all lined up, and little by little they begin to dissipate, and you come into who you really are. That's why when you first wake up, you're more likely to receive it, or when you are awakened during slumber, you're more likely to receive it, because there's no negative momentum going on then. Or meditation. That's what meditation does. When you quiet your mind, you stop thought. When you stop thought, you stop resistance. When you stop resistance, your vibration raises naturally and integrates fully with who you really are. That's why it's so good for you. Feeling good is so good for you. Feeling good is so good for you. Ease is so good for you. Love is so good for you. So good for you. Those emotions are your indication of your open valve, of your openness to that well-being. And we haven't talked about it in a strong way here today, but let's do it now. Once you get the hang of this path of least resistance, and then you understand that in non-resistance, you are in the receptive mode, then you realize that who you really are is flowing with you. See, this is a picture we'd like you to see. So you were source and still are, but a part of you is here in this body. But a larger part of you is still non-physical. So in this physical body, you sift and sort, know what you don't want, launch rockets of what you do want, which dovetail back into who you really are. So there's this cycling of who you really are. So now you are more. The non-physical part of you is more now than it was when you were born because of what you've done here in this body. You're asking for more, and that non-physical part of you is expanding, has expanded, is expanding, and is calling, because that Whether you know it or not, or whether you like it or not, that is the true momentum of who you are. That's the true, undeniable momentum of who you are. And when you go with that flow, you feel so wise, you feel so free, you feel so good. But when you cling to a belief that isn't part of that flow, then you feel that resistance, you see. So the whole point of everything that we talk about is helping you to figure out, conversation by conversation, thought by thought, relationship by relationship, aspect by aspect, which patterns of thought that you've picked up along your trail are serving this true momentum and which are not. So the 3 steps to the creative process are: step 1, sort through the contrast. You said you would do that. You knew that you had to have some experience in order to ask for what you want. You also knew that when you ask, that Source would get on board right away and not just agree with you, but become the full non-physical embodiment of that and hold that vibrational frequency, which is like a guiding light for you to find your way to. And that's that receptive mode that we're talking about. When you lay down your resistance, and you're not going to do it all at once, you're just going to do it one thought at a time, one path of least resistance thought at a time. One path of least resistance thought at a time. Which thought feels better, which thought feels better, which thought feels better. Till before you know it, you will have felt your way. You've been doing it. You will have felt your way into the wholeness of who you are. And then you start doing what you came for. Once you feel your way into the wholeness of who you are, that's when your work takes on new meaning. That's when, in the middle of it, you have knowing that you didn't know last time you did that very same thing. That's when insight comes. That's when ideas come to you that you didn't even have access to before. They were all around you, but you weren't tuning into them. You had your channel set on a different frequency. But as you care about how you feel, and you feel your way thought by thought to what feels best, you show yourself that you want to love that person, weird and quirky as that person is. You don't want to hate them. And if their quirkiness drives you crazy, then you might want to get away from them to love them. Path of least resistance. But you still want to love them. You see what we're getting at? But humans, no. I don't follow my path of least resistance. I do service. I stay there because I said I would, and I don't like it now that I'm here. And we say, you're not serving anybody. Not serving anybody.
Holy cow. That was good. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
Good?
done. That was great.